A quick 2-minute update from me, Katie Hopkins, here in Batsh Bonkers Britain, where the ordinary Brit can no longer afford to eat, to heat their home or water, or to fuel their family car. But in order for us not to think about those things, Boris Johnson, the potato in a wig, wants us to focus on Ukraine. In fact, the G7, who look like a bunch of frat boys about to bum each other, are pushing Ukraine harder than a hooker with kids to feed. Meanwhile, in Ukraine, Putin allegedly bombed a shopping mall, like that would be a key target for him. And Zelensky, the little nipple-height green t-shirt wearing omnipresent leader of Ukraine, says that there were 1,000 people in the shopping mall when it was bombed. How did he know that? Where did he get that figure from? It feels like he must have plucked it from his rubber-coated rectum. In other news, we have a TV presenter called Jeremy Vine, who's beloved of the London elites, who's got COVID and is desperately sick with it, but not so sick that he can't record a video of himself hugging his pillow and telling everybody else they should definitely be shielding, because if they weren't vaccinated or if they weren't him, the sort of temple of health, they might die from this thing. Many of us will remember a time when COVID was actually known as flu, and because he's got man flu, it must be worse from him, and he's holding up his positive test like some desperate lady at IVF. And finally, a gentleman called Steve Bray, who's been protesting Brexit ever since we got Brexit, loudly outside Parliament, has been arrested for protesting loudly outside Parliament. Now, I may think Steve Bray is an utter thunderwump, and I do. He's the biggest cockwomble I've ever known. I've wanted to physically harm him on many occasions, but he should still be allowed to protest in the street, no matter what he has to say, and no matter how big a cockwomble I think he is. Anyway, that's your 2-minute update from me, Katie Hopkins, here in Batshit Bonkers Britain.